Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to be looking at a discharging LR circuit, and we want to find out the current in the circuit as a function of time. So before watching this video, you should watch the charging LR circuit video, which will be in the top right corner. But once you've done that, let's start here. So we have a circuit here, and the circuit has been set up so that it is in this state. It has been in this state since a long time. So we have a power supply or a battery of voltage V naught, a resistor of resistance R, excuse me, and an inductance of inductor and an inductor of inductance L. So since the circuit has been in this state for a long time, we found out in the previous video that the current in the circuit that is flowing is simply equal to V naught by R, as after a long time the inductor just behaves like a straight wire and the only current that flows in the circuit is due to the resistance R, and from Ohm's law we can calculate that as I naught is equal to V naught by R. So the situation we have now is that at time t equals 0, we'll flip this switch and we'll flip it in this manner, like so. So what happens now is that the circuit is completed as so, and the current will flow only in this loop since the outer loop containing the battery is not finished. So now the current will only flow in this region, and we want to find out what the current is in this region as a function of time. So we know that at time t equals 0, the current that was flowing in the circuit is I naught equals to V naught by R. So since now we want to find out the current as a function of time, what we have to do is we have to solve the we have to use the Kirchhoff's rule, which tells us that, so we use the Kirchhoff's rule, which tells us that the summation of all the voltage drops across in the circuit is equal to 0. So for our circuit, it can be written as follows, that the voltage drop across the resistor is equal to minus IR minus the voltage drop across the inductor, that is L di by dt, is equal to 0. And we have to solve this equation to find out the current as a function of time. So let's do that. So we'll readjust the equation and write it as L di by dt is equal to minus IR, and then we'll rearrange some more and write it down as di by I is equal to minus R by L into dt, and we've only rearranged the terms on both sides of the equation. Now let's integrate both sides of the equation as so. So on the left hand side, the integral di by I has the solution as natural logarithm of I, and on the right hand side the minus R by L are constants and they come out of the integral, and we have integral dt, which can simply be written down as just t. So let's do that, and we'll erase this and write it as just t, and we have a constant of integration plus c. And now we take the exponential of this equation on both sides. So we have on the left hand side the exponential and the logarithm cancel out and we have just I. On the right hand side we have exponential of minus RT over L plus C. Now we want to determine C. So to determine C, let's use our initial condition. So we use our initial condition. Use initial condition, and the initial condition we know is that at time t equals 0, the current that was flowing in the circuit was equal to I naught is equal to V naught over R. So let's put that condition here. So at time t equals 0, we have the current I is equal to I naught. So I naught is equal to exponential of, inside the exponential, time t is equal to 0. So this term goes away and we just have exponential of C. So exponential of C. So this can then be written as C is equal to natural logarithm of I naught by taking the natural logarithm on both sides. So now that we have C, let's rewrite our current equation, and let's do that at the top here. Let's do that here. So now we now have the value of C as I is equal to exponential of minus RT over L plus ln of I naught. And we have simply replaced the value of C that we found out here in this equation and rewritten it here. So if we have e to the power a plus b, we can write it as e to the power a into e to the power b, and e is just short for exponential. So we can write the right hand side in this equation as exponential of minus rt over L into exponential of ln I naught. And in this second term, the exponential and the logarithm cancel out. So let's cancel them. So we have the final form as I is equal to I naught exponential of minus RT over L. And this can also be written as I is equal to I naught exponential of minus T over tau. And here tau is the time constant for an LR circuit given as L over R. And you can find out more details about this time constant in the previous charging LR circuit charging video. But if we were to plot I as a function of time, the plot would be as follows. So on the x-axis we have time. So let's denote it by. So on the x-axis we have time. On the y-axis we have current in the circuit. So at time t equals 0, the current in the circuit was equal to I naught, and then it will exponentially decay with time and eventually approach 0 at and will achieve 0 current at infinitely long time. So the behavior that the inductor so the role that the inductor plays in this circuit is that it does not let the current in the circuit drop to 0 immediately, since if we remove the battery the current should drop to 0, but because we have an inductor it won't let the current in the circuit drop to 0 right away, but it will rather make the current in the circuit drop exponentially all the way to 0. So now we've found out the current in the circuit in a discharging LR circuit as a function of time, which is given as follows. So that's all for this video. If you have any doubts or questions, please leave them in the comments down below. If you like my explanation, please give the video a thumbs up, and thank you for listening.